Does everybody like my headband and my super cute pony? I didn't brush my hair today. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done an Empties video, so I thought I would jump on and do that while I had some time. I really did think I was going to be coming back from vacation and be like right back into my filming schedule where I was posting 3 or 4 times a week. Life is insane right now. Like, people are not joking about that whole like, oh my god, it's the holidays, I haven't had time to do anything. Like, it's for real. So we had our Christmas party for the contracting company that we own last night, so everybody's in pretty rough shape. So my husband is sleeping, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and here we are. So I'm gonna change the way that I do my empties because I feel like when you go through your empties, you don't really think about the money that you spend behind it, and that's kind of where I wanna be in 2019. I wanna be a little bit smarter about spending and products and like what I'm bringing into my collection, how much is moving out, and be like really hyper aware of that. So I went through everything, wrote down its value, and I'm going to tally everything up at the end. So there is makeup and then skincare, hair care, and just general body care, which I am going to go through. So I'm going to start with makeup first because I do think it's generally more interesting for people. If you're interested in the skincare, body care, whatever, I will put the timestamp of when we switch to that at the bottom. The first item I have is the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 203. When I switched back from like fall into winter, I actually switched to this foundation because it was way better than anything I was wearing. My skin was really dry and I ended up actually using up the whole thing. So the value of this was $18.99. If you spent any time on my channel in the last, I don't know, year, you would have saw these two things come up in my project pan. This is the Milk Makeup Blurring Stick and the Milk Makeup Cooling Stick. This is my second one of these, and I think actually my second one of these as well. And I wouldn't repurchase either of these. By the end of like using them, they were starting to really pile on my skin, and I really didn't like that. I don't know what makes stuff pile, but I have such a hard time with that. So the Blur Stick was $43 and this cooling stick was $29. So at least I used them up and didn't waste them. This product is also no stranger to my channel. This is the Hourglass Mascara. It is the Caution Mascara in Ultra Black. I actually just finished this yesterday and it was actually getting super dry, and I had already bought a full size, so I hope that the full size is not also this dry. This one was pretty expensive. Even just for the mini, it was $18. I do really love it though, so once I'm done my full size, I will likely repurchase another full size. But like, when I really think about spending $18 on a mascara, it like makes me sad. Maybe I should start tracking how long these things are in my collection too. I also finished up, finally, a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NW20. I don't know why it took me so long to use this. It's a great concealer. People were using it for under eyes, for primer, like eye primer. But for me, I couldn't get through it. It took so long. Like, I'm talking from the day I stepped onto YouTube to now. And I stepped onto YouTube in 2015. So what does that tell you? This guy here was $28 and this will be going into back to MAC. So again, not wasting, but definitely happy it's gone. I have another product that was in my project pan. So this is the Buxom Lip Gloss in Sugar. This guy here was $24. And this is a repurchase, but I don't think I'll repurchase it again. After having spent some time with the Fenty Gloss Bombs, I already don't like lip gloss in general. So like I'm okay without it, but I will probably switch any glossing needs to the Fenty Gloss Bombs anyway. I did also manage to finish up a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade medium dark. I always use these when I go on vacation. I have one really dark powder in my collection at all times because as soon as I go on vacation or as soon as the summer comes around, I like turn into a totally different ethnicity. And I don't mean that in any offensive way. My skin just like soaks up sun. So in the winter, I am one way, and in the summer, I am another, or vacation, I am another. And it is like startling to people. It is startling to me. I don't know how to make it stop. Anyway, I really like the skin finishes. They're a little bit too expensive to use them as my regular powders because I go through powders pretty quickly. This guy was $39 and is still $39 to replace. I have replaced it already because I do want to keep one in my collection, and I'm actually partway through the other one as well somehow because almost right after I repurchased this, I went away and got super dark. So everybody has seen these a million times on YouTube. This is a Rimmel Stay Matte powder in color 04 Sandstorm. Can you tell I'm like mildly not quite on my game today? Thank you, Christmas party. My husband told everybody that he wanted the goal of last night's party, because we own the company, it was at our house, to be like Office Christmas Party, that movie from last year. It's quite a funny movie. It's becoming one of my more favorite Christmas movies because I'm an adult now and people accidentally doing blow apparently is very funny to me. Anyway, this is my go-to powder, so I will definitely be repurchasing these. These are about $7 each. For anybody that's not from Canada, these are all Canadian prices, so I know that the pricing probably sounds a little bit off to you. All right, we are on the second to last makeup product. This one is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Primer. I got this as a sample, I think, at Gen Beauty, so I personally didn't pay for it, but the cost that I have worked out for this, I didn't even have to work this one out, actually. This was $20. You can actually buy this size, and it's 20 bucks. Totally not worth it. It's a hydrating primer, but like, you use moisturizer, you don't need this. I didn't like it. I would not buy. Okay, last but not least, and I actually didn't incorporate this into the entire tally because somehow I forgot it. It got like lost in the mix. Not that you would ever know, but this is that NYC liner that I love so much. This is probably my 5th repurchase. Love it, die for it, still use it. So these are about $5 or like $4.99 at Rexall. So the total amount of products I used for makeup actually totals about, it was $226 before this, so it's about $230 worth of makeup products that I went through since my last Empties. Holy shit. So that was actually 10 makeup products that I managed to get completely through in the time between my last Empties and now. They weren't all started in that time. It's probably a longer time frame than that. But they did make it in last Empties and they were in this one. So 10 products of makeup gone. Okay, so we're going to move into hair care, skincare, and all that good stuff. And I'll go through this quicker because it's not as interesting for most people, I don't think. However, the amounts for this, the amounts for this kind of product and like the cost of this kind of product really, really blew my mind. I was like a little bit rattled by it. The first product here is the Macadamia Nut Natural Oil Moisturizing Rinse. There was a while there in my life where like this was my favorite conditioner. Like my favorite. It's a very natural conditioner. It's very big. This is a 1 liter bottle. And I know that this is like $40 to $50 to purchase, but I always look for these at Winners or TJ Maxx, or TJ Maxx is the equivalent of Winners in the States, or like Marshall's, HomeSense. They always have them on sale. So I know that I only paid about 20 bucks for this. Have repurchased. I may not in the future. I feel like they changed the formula a bit since my first round with it. And I still like it, but I don't know if I $20 like it. It wouldn't be a Cosmetic Chaos Empties if Tresemme wasn't in it. Each of these are about $7, so I'm not going to say too much about these. These are my go-to shampoo and conditioner. They're really great value and they do my hair well. I did get through this whole soft soap, citrus splash, and berry fusion moisturizing body wash. These are nothing to write home to mom about. They get the job done. They smell really nice. If you're not into sweet scents, this probably isn't for you. This is like really sweet berry tasting. Like think of like the most epic berry flavored Bath and Body Works candle you can think of, and that's what this smells like. This guy here is about $4. Another hair product, I have a Grow Long shampoo. This is from Marc Anthony, and I actually typically like Marc Anthony stuff quite a bit. This I didn't really find it did anything to grow my hair long. Like I feel like my hair just grows on its own. Like you don't have to tell it to do anything. It's pretty obedient that way. But this guy here, I totally got for free at Gen Beauty. It was one of the things they were giving away a couple years ago. I actually think I got this in New York the first time. So it's pretty old. I'd have to fact check myself there, but I'm pretty sure it's from the first round of New York. So I got this for free. However, if you were to purchase it, it's about $9. I did also finish up a Kirkland Makeup Wipe Pack. I buy them in bulk because reasons. That being said, I did actually take the time to figure out the math of how much each wipe would cost through the whole package. So it actually comes in like a bulk pack of I think 150 wipes that are all broken down into these guys. Each wipe is about 18 cents and this has 30 wipes in it. So I ended up paying $5.40 is the equivalent cost of just the one package. 18 cents a wipe. It's literally like throwing your money away. Well, I guess like putting makeup on and washing your face is like literally washing your makeup down the drain and your money down the drain. So, Next up is slowly becoming a favorite in dry shampoo. This is the Chlorane. I hate when they do this to me. Dry shampoo with oat milk. I've had a few of these samples, and a few years ago when I first started getting them, I didn't like them that much, but I do really like it now. I actually feel like it's one of the better dry shampoos. I also worked out the cost on this, even though this is a sample size, and our cost on this guy would have been about $6.25 to purchase it. I did get this in a subscription box though, so meh. Moving into some skincare, we're going to kind of bounce back and forth because now I'm just grabbing whatever I can reach. This is the Vichy Aqualia Thermal Serum. I really did like this. I was sent this by Influencer, and thank God I did, because shit man, it was expensive. This was $42 for this tiny ass little bottle. It's only 30 milliliters or 30 grams or 1 fluid ounce. So it was really, really tiny. I did like the product. If they send it to me again, I would totally work through it, but I don't know if I would pay $42 for it, when I know damn well there is cheaper skincare out there that really works for me. I feel like I went on a mission the last few months to like focus on products to actually finish them. And this is a good example of that. This is a Lolia hand cream. This is like a very, can't actually remember where this came from. I think a subscriber sent this to me. I'm pretty sure Rebecca sent this to me. So if you did, thank you, baby girl. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry, but like shout outs anyway, because you the bomb. This guy here, I'd never actually heard of before until she sent it to me. So it was either from her or from Glossybox. This seems like a Glossybox thing. But the equivalent of this is obviously a sample size. It's super teeny tiny. It's $2. I didn't love the smell of it, but I really like how it felt. And my mom actually kept stealing this from me when she was down. So maybe she gets the street cred for finishing it. This one is definitely from Glossybox. This is another body wash. This is a Barefoot Venus green tea body wash in pink pepper. This is another product where if they send it to me again, I'd be excited about it and I would totally use it, but to actually go that extra effort and go get it and like special order it from their website, I probably wouldn't. This isn't something that's easily accessible to me, so it kind of makes me be like, meh, oh well, whatever. Equivalent pricing on this guy is $5 for the sample size. So I actually like went and did math today, guys. You should be impressed because I don't math very well. I had to fact check myself a couple times. It's actually scary that math is not my strong suit, considering what I do for a living. No, I'm not an accountant. But imagine I was. That company would be going under so fast. Okay, keeping with the skincare, this is the Tatcha Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. I would not repurchase this. There's some, like, I've tried a few things from Tatcha. For example, this, I have the Dewy Skin Mist, I have the Silk Canvas Primer, I have a couple of face masks, because I try and buy kits so that I can try the skincare because it's expensive and I don't know if I want to buy it if I don't like it. And like, this is horrible. It doesn't do anything. It's supposed to work like a cleansing oil where you basically like put it on your face and it should cleanse off your makeup and break your makeup down. It doesn't, it just moves it around. And then when I would have to like wipe my face off after, it wouldn't actually do anything. It wouldn't take anything off. It would just be like my lipstick would be up here instead and still be there once I had washed my face. So I actually would have to use this and then use my Clinique Balm again to get it off anyway. So what's the point of this? And this shite is expensive. This size, which you can actually buy in this size, is $18. Something else I will say about this little bitch is it says massage 3 pumps onto dry face with dry hands for 10 seconds and then rinse away. 3 pumps of this was like nothing. 5 pumps of this was like nothing. I had to use like 10 to cover my whole face. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I was using too much, but I felt like with the 3 to 5 pumps, it would be like, oh, I ran out. Okay, my hands are dry now. I guess this is just on its own. I'll just keep piling makeup on top of my forehead and my eyes. Don't recommend. Really disappointed. If I had paid full price for this and not gotten the kit, I would have been pissed. When I worked out the cost of this little bastard, I was displeased. This is the Drunk Elephant Protein Polypeptide Cream. I liked it. I totally liked it. Like, be with me. Do you like my Christmas sweater when I say that I liked it? It made my skin super smooth. Totally dug it. This thing is, what size is this? This was a 100 point perk from Sephora. So I had to spend $100 for them to bless me with this little thing. The pricing on this was $8.40. $8.40. Can we just take this in? Can we just look at, like, this is a sample size of an Urban Decay lip gloss. And look, it's not that much bigger. I have a really hard time with the fact that this 5 milliliter little tub of shit costs $8.40. This should be like $2. I'm even more bothered that I had to spend $100 at Sephora for them to bless me with this $8.40 facial moisturizer. Never again, Drunk Elephant. We are super duper getting down to the nitty gritty. We only have 4 products left here. So I did manage to make my way through another Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. I freaking love this stuff. I buy all of their products. They are freaking wonderful. There is very few things, as you can tell by my micro rant about Drunk Elephant, there are very few things I will pay luxury prices for that I will like really invest in, but this is probably my 4th or 5th one of these, and they're not cheap. They're, I think, $55. How much are they? Like, I've just blacked out on the cost of them. Yeah, they're $60 for one of the full-size tubs. They're totally, totally worth it. So that's really saying something for me because I have a hard time finding worth in skincare and value in skincare. It's not that I don't think that there's a value to skincare, just the pricing with skincare is what, and it's why I like The Ordinary actually. Even though the guy is crazy, his whole mission statement of like, this stuff is not expensive, why are we charging clients for this? But something about this Sol de Janeiro just really gets my heart. It was recently put into a Neostrata campaign on Influencer as well, and they gave us like 4 different products to try out. One was full size and there was 3 samples. This is the facial cleanser. Neostrata is a very expensive skincare brand as well. I can't lie, I didn't notice a difference with this. So this guy, when you worked out the price against the full size, was $2.50. That is more reasonable than that friggin' Drunk Elephant thing. And this is 0.34 fluid ounces. So will I repurchase this? Probably not, because the full size is like $45 and I'm just not spending $45 on a cleanser. It's just not gonna happen in my life. But it was nice to get and I was happy to try it because I'd never tried Neostrata before. This Big Bertha here is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleanser. I really like this stuff. I have gone through a smaller bottle of this. However, I feel like they did jack their prices up. Like, I could be totally on cocaine from last night. Like, I'm just, full disclosure, I'm just joking. There's no coke at my party last night. It's an Office Christmas party reference. Everyone relax. I don't do drugs. Like, ever. No, I don't. Like, I'm being serious, I don't. I'm actually a big advocate against, like, non-substance abuse. Okay, I don't know where I'm going here, but back to the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleanser. I really like this stuff. I'm pretty sure they put their prices up. I feel like when the first time I bought it, it was like 20 bucks for the bottle, and this bottle was 45. Even though it is a massive bottle, I had a really hard time when I saw that it was $45 because the way you use it, you basically like dump it into like a container or a cup or a mug or a bowl or something and like dip your brush in, and they tell you to like wipe your brush on a paper towel, and I find in doing that you go through it pretty quickly. So for $45 for something you go through super quickly, like that's kind of hard to choke down in my opinion. And last but not least, we have the Pixi Glow Tonic. This is actually my 2nd bottle of this. I bought a smaller one and then I used that up and bought this one. Unfortunately for me, when I took this to Jamaica, they flipped my bag around so much that this ended up upside down, and I guess I didn't have the lid on it tight enough, or it loosened while we were in travel, but it actually dumped. I had like this much left when I was away, and on the way back it dumped itself out all over my whole luggage. So that was really great. It's all of my clothes is toned so lovely. So the purchase price of this bad boy is $27. When I wrote down the prices of this stuff, I was like, wow, why are you spending this money? Like, you're crazy. So I feel like this might help me in 2019. And I totally lied. I just found another product sitting on my counter. So $27, and we're gonna move on to this Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf. I have this in my project pan. This is all gone as well. I can't remember if it made it to the end. I think I did actually finish it in the project. This guy here is $34. And I will likely repurchase it once I work through some of my fragrances, because I have a ton. So we had 17 hair care, body care, just that category. So my overall spend in that category and use up for that category was $302. So the actual tally for the entire Empties bucket this month, or this season, I guess, I try and do them seasonally, I used up 26 products and $528 worth of product. That's so much. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this Empties video. Please subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have you hanging around with me all through 2019. There is going to be some videos of where the channel is going this year, some of my plans. I have some more video ideas. I'm going to do updates on Palette Bingo Remix. I'm going to start doing Shop My Stash in reverse again. I just have not had the time to film on the weekends because I've been friggin' out and about, frolicking around, shopping for people and parties and work and la 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 la. Yes, all the excuses in the world. Please know I do really want to be here with you, so I'm going to make that a thing. I'm also going to do like my favorites for the year, best of BoxyCharm, best of Glossybox. Like I have lots of ideas for the new year. I'm also going to be going over a few ways I have changed over the year. I came back onto YouTube in January of this year after quite some time, about a year of having to be off, and I had made some resolutions. So I will also be doing a video on revisiting that, which I'm really looking forward to because I haven't rewatched that video since. That being said, I again hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you hang out with us in the future, and I'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching.